You could give me a fresh rose, a powdery rose, a deep rose, a dark rose, a jammy rose. Just give me all the roses, okay? These fragrances have been everywhere lately. Some have been talked about in the past, some are very recent, and I have them to talk about with you guys just to see if they are worth the hype or this is just yet another trend. So let's find out. But before I jump into these fragrances, if you are new here, my name is Shellz. I cover fragrance, beauty, lifestyle, all the things. So if that sounds like your type of vibe, I welcome you to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop me some comments down below so we can get to know each other. You know what? Let me quickly address the elephant in the room before y'all start coming for me. I know personally, I said that if you had the original to this fragrance, there's no need for the original. So I know you're going to say, how did you end up with it in your collection? Besties, if y'all want anybody to blame, please blame my hubby. He watches these videos and he's always reading the comments. So address him down there, okay? Don't come for me. Thank you. The fragrance I'm talking about is the newest from Gucci, and it's Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. Intense, a mouthful. And you know my thoughts on this fragrance. I did a whole dedicated review on this, which you can check out, by the way. And my sentiments have not changed. It is a very beautiful fragrance, very orchid dominant. But as I said, there is something in here that smells very fruity to me, like a mango. So for that reason, it's making this like a floral, gourmand, slightly tropical type of fragrance that I really, really appreciate. They added a cacao note as well. There's a salty ozonic accord in here. Very, very beautiful, but not a huge difference from the original. I also did mention that I would have given this one a slight edge. I like it, and my hubby prefers this one as well, which is why I have it here in my hand. He was like, babe, I got it for a really good price. I got it for you, okay? Yeah, and I'm not complaining, okay? I'm not complaining. I am going to wear this and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm just saying personally, if you have the original, I don't know if it's a necessity, but very, very beautiful. And I'm happy to have her in my collection. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid Intense. On to the next one, on to the next one. Now, this next one here is starting to make rounds on social media. It is fresh and pretty new from the house of Versace. And this one is Dylan Blush Pink. And I know I said that I'm being frugal this year. And I'm sticking to that, okay? Blame my husband, okay? Because he also got this one from me. And what I'm going to say to y'all besties, is it worth it? Does it really deserve a spot in your girl's collection? And it absolutely does. If you are into those pink, feminine, flirty type of fragrances. Beautiful. This one has apple, there's strawberry, there's a marshmallow note in here. There's vanilla and musk and some other stuff. If you like fragrances like My Devotion from Dolce & Gabbana, this is definitely going to be up your alley. It has a little hint of that type of DNA in here. But this one, where this one differs is it's not as creamy. You get hints of creaminess in here too, but It has a bit more freshness. And this one is a very, very musky. So picture a fresh strawberry mixed in with freesia, some florals, diffused sweetness, and muskiness is what you get from this very, very beautiful fragrance that screams to every feminine girl's soul. Okay? I'm not even gonna bust your chops. It is not a unique scent profile, but very, very beautiful. I cannot speak to the longevity or the projection, sillage, none of that, because I have not given this a full wear. Listen to me, I just got this in my collection, okay? But it is beautiful and I cannot wait to wear it down this summer. So beautiful, beautiful release from Versace. And again, this one is Dylan Blush Pink. Oh, also, if you guys want me to do a full dedicated review on this fragrance, sound off down in the comments. Now, this next one made its rounds on YouTube, I'd say maybe last year. And it has been a wish list item for me ever since I bought a discovery set. You know, I'm a sucker for a good rose fragrance. You could give me a fresh rose, a powdery rose, a deep rose, a dark rose, a jammy rose. Just give me all the roses, okay? Because I don't care what the interpretation is. Once rose is in there, sign me up. This fragrance here is one of the best rose plum concoction I've ever smelled in my life. It is Dark Rose from Octavia Morgan. And when I say do not sleep on this house, when you talk about a romantic rose, a feminine rose with mystery and edge, when you speak about enigmatic, this here is what you talk about. Slightly gothic as well. This is a dark, jammy, syrupy type of rose mixed in with that ripe, dark, juicy plum. There's also labdanum in here. There's pink pepper. There's cumin. Wow. I did not know a rose fragrance could be this satisfying to smell. I have nothing that quite smells like this. But stick a pin. The next fragrance I'm going to talk about slightly reminds me of this one. So you got to hang tight to see which fragrance that is. But besties, hands down, one of the best rose fragrances I've ever smelled in my life. Octavia Morgan did so amazing with this. If you don't smell anything else on this list, besties, get your nose on this one. I will bite the bullet and tell you that I wasn't being frugal with this one. Get your nose on this one, please, and come back to the comments. If you own this already, sound off down in the comments. Let my besties know how beautiful this one is. Again, this is Dark Rose from the house of Miss Octavia Morgan. And besties, this next one, you and I are gonna unbox it together. And it is this one. This one was also a wish list item, okay? But your girl's anniversary is in a few days and hubby went all out, girl. And I said I ain't complaining. It is this one from the house of Christian Louboutin, and it is called Le Cuir. Let's just take a moment for this packaging. This is a serious weapon here, okay? But oh my God, I am so happy to have this in my collection. I got a sample of this fragrance in a package from Bloomingdale's. And when I tell you, besties, this is not typically the scent profile or the notes that I'm drawn to. And I came to the realization that I'm getting old and my nose has matured. Okay? This has 3 notes only. The notes are osmanthus, leather, and suede. Not at all notes that I typically jive with. But, oh my gosh. Again, this is a deeper, more sultry, mysterious type of fragrance. But for whatever reason, the osmanthus is giving off a rose type of vibe, a dark, musty kind of rose. And then you smell the leather and the suede intertwined in here, fighting each other. But beautiful. And as I said, it's giving me a similar vibe to this fragrance, dark rose, but this one is more deep and dark. But when I tell you, I can already envision myself layering these two together. If you're into deeper, darker, sultry, sexy, mysterious type of scent, you are gonna get your whole life with this. Very, very nice. And again, I am so happy to have this in my collection. And this one, I'm gonna be honest, I did not hear anybody talking about this one, so I'm not even gonna lie. I got a sample of it, tested it on my skin, fell in love with it. My husband went head over heels in love with it. And child, he's not typically drawn to this scent profile either. And once this has his stamp of approval and he bought it for me, I know this one is a hit. So please get your nose on this one. It is Le Cuir from the House of Christian Louis Vuitton. Besties, you know how we do it over here on this channel. We have to end this video with a bang. This next fragrance was one of the most talked about fragrances back in 2024. Her counterpart, her sister, actually broke the internet, okay? But then it had so many mixed reviews, like people either loved it or hated it. That's the OG I'm talking about. But then they came out with the flanker and everybody went crazy. This was also a wish list item. I had this sample for over a year. I tested it. I went back and forth. Do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I want it? Then I sampled it and I fell in head over heels in love. The fragrance I'm talking about is Guidance 46 from Amouage. One thing I'm going to do is big up my man, my husband, because another anniversary present, okay? Listen to me. 9 beautiful years, okay? I deserve it, okay? Yeah, that's what I keep saying to myself. But hubby, big up yourself. About this fragrance. Statement, okay? This fragrance is a statement fragrance. It's very commanding. It's very loud. It's beastly. It performs. This is a very incense kissed type of fragrance. There's pear, there's rose, there's hazelnut. There is Aki Gallowwood. Besties, they said, you know what? I'm going to take every note there is and dump it into this bottle and blend it and make it beautiful. That's what this is. You definitely pick up on some fruity nuances. But there is something, it's like there's a Middle Eastern spin on this fragrance. Like it smells very luxe. That's the best way I could put this fragrance. Smells very, very expensive, very lavish. You smell this fragrance and you're gonna know that this costs a pretty penny. And one, I feel like the price point is justified. I can't believe I'm saying this, but my God, this is good. I can't believe it took me this long to get this, but it's a very polarizing fragrance and it's not going to be for everybody. I feel like my nose had to mature for me to understand and appreciate this fragrance. And at this point in my journey, that's where I am. Okay, this is not gonna be for everybody. So don't get boomy and jump out and go buy this. Please test it first. But anyhow, I am happy to have her in my collection, okay? Yeah, so this one is Guidance 46 from the House of Amouage. Anyway. Besties, can you tell I'm a spoiled woman? I get what I want, okay? I'm joking. Best believe I spoil my husband too, okay? But I did not ask him for any of these fragrances. He just knows me. He knows my wish list through and through. And he said, you know what? You're a great woman. I got them for you, okay? But besties, enough of the shenanigans. These fragrances that I've added to my collection, I think they deserve their spot. Maybe two of them are a little bit redundant, I'm not gonna lie, but nonetheless, they are beautiful fragrances, and I can't wait for them to mingle with their siblings. But if you have any of the fragrances on today's list, you know I want to know. So please, I'm begging you, sound off down in the comments, okay? Now you know what I'm gonna say. With that being said, I hope you have an amazing one, a spectacular one. And I will catch you in another video. Bye.
You got this. You got this. Don't let it take you down. I know it feels heavy, but you still standing now. You got